Over the last month, Ohioans have gotten to know Dr. Amy Acton, the state's health director. She was the last cabinet member hired by Governor Mike DeWine, and as it would turn out, one of the most crucial ones. News 5's John Kosick sat down with Dr. Acton to talk about the side of her that few people know.
If Dr. Amy Acton doesn't come off as your typical cabinet member,
never in my life did I expect a phone call or a job like this.
She's not. But from her first meeting with newly elected Governor Mike DeWine, she was open to change.
His very first question to me, sitting just like we are, he just said, "So tell me how you grew up, Amy." And I answered it honestly, which is not my childhood was not something I went around talking about extensively in my life up to very recently.
Yes, while we know Dr. Acton and the job she has now as Ohio Health Director, many don't know the path she took to get here and the obstacles she faced. A product of a broken home, there were financial struggles, abuse and neglect, constantly moving from place to place before the age of 12, including a time when she spent homeless living out of a tent. Experiences that didn't break her, but rather shaped her into the person that she would become.
It's made me have a certain resiliency and a focus in crisis and an ability to tolerate. It makes you hyper-vigilant, so I am constantly scanning the environment for threats and can take in large amounts of information. So I have this sort of protect everyone feeling.
So if it seems in those daily briefings like she is empathizing with those impacted by this crisis, it's because she truly is.
Today, looking at campgrounds, which is one of the places I was homeless, in a tent in the winter in Ohio, but knowing that there are people probably at campgrounds right now who can't pay the rent. And then we're deciding whether or not that's a good thing to have open or not. And so all these things, they're very, very difficult decisions, and I think about the people they're impacting.
In the past month, there have been Facebook fan pages and other groups created in her honor. Acton says she hasn't had the time to look, but her family points things out from time to time when she needs a lift. And it does give her a lift.
I mean, it makes me teary-eyed now thinking about it. I don't know why.
Acton is one who doesn't dwell on the past, but for this one fact that drives her.
The story is always in all the famous pandemics is you didn't do enough, and you always rack your brain hoping that you've done everything you can.
In Columbus, John Kosick, News 5.